All right, so welcome back to the program. After that exercising time, I hope that you took some time to, exercise. Exercise, they say it's very good for your body. It's part of what makes you healthy and keeps you going. So you need to stay active, get to exercise daily. Remember, this is the Saturday edition of the weekend program Global Morning, as we try to make you understand what is going on in our polity and in our politics. But we keep it soft, gentle, and going. My name is Ubong Soro. I'm still here. Sadia is here.
Yeah, welcome back from that short break. I hope you enjoyed every bit of what we brought to you.
Absolutely. So now let's get to our discussion segment of the program. We have joining us a politician and also a grassroots mobilizer, BASHIR Waziri, who's joined us live in Abuja studios. As we look at the 2027 general election, we look at Nigerians gearing up for the election. Thank you so much, Waziri, for coming on the program.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
All right. Thank you.
Good morning.
All right. Let's get to our discussion. We're seeing lots of activities. The political parties now are done with their candidacy, and they now all have candidates now. There's those ones that are going to be vying for the presidency. Let's talk about the development. The APC has President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, your party, the ADC, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. NDC has Peter Obi, PRP has Donald Duke, AAC has Omoyole Sowore, and we can keep counting.
Well, for my party, I would like to tell Nigerians that my party, they are going to give Nigerian one of the best thing, because currently the country is facing a lot of challenges, which we know. So Alhaji Atiku Abubakar finally got the ticket. And
I was surprised that he finally got it, because when you say finally, it looks a bit surprising.
No, it's not surprising, because he has the experience and he has been vice president of this country, which that shows that he has the experience to occupy the seat of the president.
Yeah, so for some even thought that maybe the ADC was always meant to give Atiku the ticket.
No, we go for the primaries. I made she bought the phone. Hayatu didn't buy the phone too. So at the end of the day, the members of the party, finally, elect Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, which Amechi is a good candidate too, although he becomes second. So Alhaji Atiku went and begged him, let him come and support him, which all of us in the party were very happy to see Atiku Abubakar by going to meet Amechi and Hayatuddin all the way from Abuja. He went to Lagos to beg them to come and join him to rescue Nigerians. So which at the end of the day, Amechi accepts to become his running mate. There is the biggest thing that we got in ADC by getting Amechi as the vice president to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Yeah, we'll talk about Amechi as vice president as we progress with the presidential candidates, right, as we progress with this conversation. But let's stay with the emergence of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, right? For many Nigerians, it didn't really come as a surprise, because after the Peter Obi leaving, Kwankwaso leaving, we could put Amechi, yes, was a strong candidate and showed a strong showing side by side. For me, I think the costs were already very clear that, because Atiku has a lot of structure and all of that compared to Amechi but let's talk about your party. What is it like, the political issues that has been dealt with your party, the leadership tussle? Where are we with all of those issues?
Well, as you can see, all the court cases we have been winning. There is the David Mark leadership. That shows you that the judges and the Nigerian judiciary, they see they are doing the right thing, which some people have been paid to come and cause some problem in the party. So, but at the end of the day, now the party, day by day, each court we used to win the cases. So that shows you that we are doing well, and upon all the court cases, we went ahead to go and do the primaries. We did a successful primaries, and now we have all the candidates all over the 36 states. We have candidates trooping in, and very soon you will see the publish in the INEC, which INEC gave us the codes. David Mark leadership, sent some names, and very soon they will finally, release the name. And the party, they are not the one that they are going to release the names. INEC, they are the one that they are going to publish the names, which very soon, today is the deadline. That is what we are expecting. So that shows you, and currently, as a grassroots mobilizer, I'm talking to all the candidates who, when you didn't lose a primary election, you want to leave the party, or you think maybe the party have not done right to you. So we are talking to them. So they are trying to, work with us, so that we want to work as a team. I used to tell all the contestants, whether you lose or you win. In politics, you win or you lose. So you don't have to leave the party. Join the people that won the primary election, and let us succeed. So if I become the national youth leader, by God's grace, I'm going to work on that, and many people will not leave the party, because I will try my best to, make sure that such thing did not happen.
So what about, so what about the people leaving the party for now? Because we have aggrieved party members who are already leaving the ADC to other parties. So you, as you're aspiring for a youth leader,
yes,
right? National.
Yes.
So how do you tend to figure that now before we talk about the future?
Well, some of them, I think they will turn back and come back, because there are so many measures that I can take, to talk to them, because some of them, they write the resignation letter, but maybe because they are not happy the way the primary is conducted. So I would like to go back to them. It's not only people that leave our party, even the people that they are in the ruling party, I will make sure I will bring them into the ADC.
So does it mean that you have nobody currently doing that in your party?
Well, we do,
right.
Because about 19 people at the national level went for so many positions, governorship, senators, so which the party now are trying to do some replacement to bring some people to the national, so that they will come and work and start working, because so many people went to go and aspire for so many seats, and why some won, why some lose. So we lose so many people in the party, so now we want to fill those positions so that we can move on ahead.
Right, so I'd like to ask now, your party, the ADC, has in recent times lost a lot of followership with the movement of Peter Obi from your party and Kwankwaso, who just joined your party a fortnight, and barely 1 month in your party, he left the party. How has that affected the fortunes of your party?
Well, we cannot say it affects us or it doesn't affect us. In a situation whereby NDC is an opposition party, why we are an opposition party. So at the end of the day, you might end up saying NDC and ADC and PRP working together. Because I discovered that if Peter Obi went for NDC, it shows that maybe Peter Obi don't want to, show Nigerians that it's only ADC, because you can see how we are facing so many challenges at ADC. So when Peter Obi left the party, at the end of the day, Peter Obi people still remain in ADC.
So you mean some of his political allies?
Yeah.
Didn't move with him?
Some, yes.
So can you name those ones?
Well, as you can see, so many people like organizing secretary Prince is still in the party. Then our new spokesman of Atiku, Barrister. So still he said he's not going to follow Peter Obi. So now Peter Obi lost so many followers, they did not follow him. They decided to stay in ADC. So don't be surprised to see Peter Obi coming back to ADC at the end of the day.
In what position? Because
there is where the
As a
coalition,
floor member, then I guess.
there is where the coalition started. They adopted ADC.
All right.
But even if you also look at the trajectory, even when the coalition adopted ADC and decided to move into ADC, Peter Obi didn't move with the rest of them immediately. He took his time, waited, did his calculations, and before he moved in. So it wasn't. So you know the story. He didn't move in at the same pace with them. He was still in Labour Party.
Well, that is why I'm telling you that we are talking about opposition. And now what we see the ruling party, they are trying to, form a one-party system. But these Nigerians that care for the country, decide.
Who are the Nigerians that care for
people like Atiku.
All right.
Atiku care for Nigerians. Atiku supposed to, people are thinking he's supposed to rest, but because he cares for the country, he feels for us.
Has he done anything for Nigeria?
Yeah,
he has contested for so many times.
Yes.
And apparently he fails. Wait, let me land.
Okay.
He contested let's start from 2015. He did 2015. And then 2019 he came out. 2023 he came out. Then now, after the 2015 election, did Atiku do anything reasonable for Nigerians to benefit?
He did.
What? At least we would know, and it will give us hope that this person is coming to save Nigerians, like you said.
Yes.
So what has he done? Because if he contests and fails, mostly he travels out. He travels outside the country. He goes back to the country where he belongs. Let me use that, where he belongs, and then he comes back after.
The reason why Atiku travel out, because in a situation whereby you lost the election, and someone that won the election, you cannot attack him and start, you allow him to, to do his things. So by after a year, when you see that person is not doing the right thing,
then you come back.
Then it's not all about to come back to come and to contest. You understand? Atiku, he cares for Nigerian youth. Because let me tell you something. If not because of people like Atiku, that they are facing Tinubu, and they are trying to make Tinubu to make this country, Tinubu doesn't sleep when people like Atiku are in a political party, because he knows that they are the people that they can bring him out of villa, which right now at the presidency they are not sleeping. They are waiting for. They knows that people like Atiku and Amechi, they are giving them because they are bringing out so many things so that Nigerians should understand. And Nigerians are looking for a political party to vote. So Nigerians are ready to vote for ADC, and they are ready to vote for Atiku. Atiku has been winning Kaduna State, Northwest. That even the APC at that time, they have not been winning. Even Ahmed Bola Tinubu have not been winning. He has not won Kaduna State.
Okay.
The Kaduna State is the center of Northwest. So I'm from Kaduna State. I know what my people are facing, and I know I've been going around all over the 36 states. I know what people are facing. So many people have been killing, and retired general have been killing. People, students they have been writing WAEC, and they end up they kidnap them.
All right. So sorry for cutting you. Hold on. Let me just take this small. You said we have the issue of insecurity.
Yes.
But don't you think this issue of insecurity started way back before the current administration took the office?
If you said that it started way back.
Yes.
Nigerians voted for you because you should give them security.
What I'm trying to say.
Yes, I understand you.
No, it seems you don't understand.
I understand you.
Okay. Go on, since you understand.
You are talking about this insecurity started
many years ago.
Before
this administration
but it has been coming worse than the past.
But then we have Atiku on the other side, who is ready
During
to fight
during
for
PDP,
Nigerians.
during PDP.
So I think he should have done something
During
about
PDP,
insecurity.
during PDP 2000, 2001, we have not been experiencing kidnapping.
So when did the insecurity start? When did it start?
It started when APC.
No, if you're saying it started when APC were in power, that was in power, that means you're not being fair to them.
No, it's not like I'm not being.
No, you need to go back to the drawing board and check.
Right, one of the things APC campaigned with
was fighting insecurity.
Yeah, they were going to fight insecurity.
Yes, they were going to fight insecurity because it was already there.
So they got into power.
Yes, when they got into power, they met. I know that here we have insecurity challenge.
Okay.
Yes, we have that, and we'll be battling for years.
So what about agriculture?
What I'm trying to tell you is that it didn't start under this administration. It started long ago.
So now ADC want to, we want to bring out, since Tinubu cannot do this, then we want.
Did he tell you he can't do it?
So many things have been happening in the country.
How did you know he can't do it? You said that he don't sleep, that they don't sleep in the villa.
Yes.
So do you have any do you have any proof so that it won't be like Global TV said the president doesn't sleep because of Atiku?
Even the president himself, of course, we've heard him say that the problems that come with the presidency is quite enormous. But like Sadia has asked, I'd just like to add to that the government that brought this APC to power had your presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, as one of the harbingers or forerunner of that government. Atiku left the APC, left the PDP rather, with a set of governors. Rotimi Amechi led those governors in what was called the new PDP. And that was what later metamorphosed to additions and all of that into the APC. So we can say that Atiku is a founding part of the APC, and we'll be correct about that. So if Atiku is a founding part of the APC, in what way did the APC he founded, or he was one of those that founded, felt Nigeria, that he is now one of them that is coming back? Because of Nigerians, they'll be asking, you came the first time, you brought the APC, you sold it to us, and now you are bringing the ADC. How should we believe it? Even your vice presidential candidate, he was the Director General of President Buhari's first campaign and even second campaign.
That's the former president, the late president, yes.
Former President Buhari. So they were very involved. He was a minister for 8 years under the APC. So what now changed? Let me ask this question.
For example, you bring in someone and that person is not doing the right thing and is not trying to hear from you. It's not trying to hear from you. Any advice is not ready to hear from you, and it's not ready to, So at the end of the day, you don't have any option than to leave the party and go for a political party that you can bring that changes. Because for someone that care for the country, you will not like to see someone is not doing right, and you are trying to advise that person, and that person is not hearing from you. Just look at the National Assembly, Robustan National Assembly, see what is going on in the country. Now we find out at the end of the day, an agency in the budget, no staff, nothing, and so many things, so many allegations. But thank God the president said EFCC and ICPC, let them do the right thing. We pray that if EFCC and ICPC will bring something, let then that person be, hold responsible. So that's to show you that so many people, they look their mistake. They supported Buhari, like you said, Amechi, which he did not support Jonathan, he supported Buhari. Then Atiku Abubakar, he supported Buhari. So at the end of the day, the ideology of APC, let's say people that got into the power, they are not ready to work with them, and they are not ready to hear from them. But at the end of the day, so now they decided to form a coalition, which they did at last time when they formed APC. they bring Jonathan out of office. So now we're trying to, we're trying to form, we have already formed a coalition, which and by God's grace, we are going, it's not all about we are trying to, collect the country or by all means. We are trying to make Nigerians to understand that ADC, like we the young ones, we know that we are facing a lot of things, a lot of issues, which we are not happy what is going on. So, like me now, if I want to bring changes, I cannot join APC because they feel like they are not going to give us opportunities, the young ones, let them be in the party. They only give former governors, former senators to be with them. But ADC, go and find out now, people that emerge and got the ticket, you find out that so many of them, they have not been a former governor or former senator. It's only few that have the experience, which now Amechi and Atiku are giving us that opportunities to come. They are not the only person that they are going to work. They are going to work with young Nigerians like us. So we, as like me now, if I give the opportunity to work with them, I will try by all means to do the right thing so that it counts on my profile. When you do the right thing, Nigerians knows that you do the right thing. Why is it that Nigerians, they have been praying for late Umar Musa Yar'Adua? Because the 7-point agenda, he has already started, getting like 1 or 2. Just look at what happened at the Niger Delta. He's the one that brought that program. They submitted all their weapons and agreed to work with the presidency, which he succeeded. So how can we call on these bandit kidnappers? Let them submit their weapons and let us give them the better education, give them the whatever they need so that they should stop all these things. If you ask them, they will tell you that so many of them, when they were caught, you find out an informer that is giving the information. They are giving him small money just to inform them. Why? Because maybe he's feeling hungry. Maybe he doesn't have food to eat. But at the end of the day, they will say, give us information. If so person is going out, tell us where he's going to. And at the end of the day, you'll find out some of them, they will say they have been killed, their cows and the rest. So all these farm herdsmen crash. There are so many ways that the government can, let any cow that is passing through should not enter any farm. Bring a program. Do something that is reasonable. We have the intellectual people. All over Nigeria, we have people that they are ready to, give us the necessary advice. We have the professors. Just look at my university. ABU University, the student went to Hawaii to do a competition. So many universities have been there. ABU become first. They won the trophy there. That's to show you that we need counselors, we need psychologists to advise. Like me now, I'm studying psychology. But at the end of the day, I will give the president advice. This is also problem that we're facing. America become great because the counselors and the psychologists were there. They advise them. At the end of the day, they bring a good result. It's not all about we should start for fighting ourselves. Let us do the right thing. That is why we are calling on Nigerians. Let them support ADC. We are going to try because we're the younger.
Those Nigerians will support below. That's a choice they will have to make by themselves, right? And I'm sure they have lots of party to look at. But let me stay with your party before I allow Sadia coming, right? The ADC. There are talks about your party buying off the people that owned the party before. The party just came, chose the party, and usurped, in a word, the leadership of the party.
Yes.
And that's why Nafiu Bala and the rest, Gombe, are saying that. And even there are like 3 factions in your party. There's the Nafiu Gombe faction. There's I'm trying to remember.
David Ma.
Yes, there's a David Ma, of course, he's other side. Then there's I remember the other name, the founder of Roots TV, your former presidential candidate, the Ibe Kachuku faction of the party. So a party that has 3 persons claiming leadership, they've done 3 different conventions. What confidence will Nigerians have in that kind of platform? Have you thought about it? Does Nigerians, because Nigerians want a political party that is fairly stable, right? Would they have confidence in that platform?
They will, as a good Nigerian who think reasonable, you think well. When you see faction is happening, or a problem is happening in the party, like now, so many people, young like we now, we call on Nafi Bala. Why are you fighting David Mark? He will tell you that because there is no carry along. But can you keep your sword and work with them? He will say no. Why is it that you are saying no? You alone, can you carry ADC along? So the question is that if not someone is sponsoring him, why are you, young people will come and meet you and say, keep your sword. Since you want we are joining political parties because we want to, win the election and do the right thing, and our party do the right thing. If you want to do the right thing, it's not by harassing someone or by saying that person, the leadership, you don't agree with that leadership. You join hand with that person, and there is our logo. Join hand with the person and move on. So that's to show you anybody that is fighting the leadership of the party or did not agree with the leadership of the party, it shows that that person don't want the party to become successful. And from all indication, maybe that person has been sponsoring from either a party that don't want us to be successful or by someone that don't want us to be successful. So we are seeing those kind of people that they are fighting, they are creating faction as enemies of progress. If you want a party to progress or you want to move forward, you don't have to be fighting yourself. You come along and sit there. You cannot nobody will become, it's only one national chairman will be. So if you become a deputy chairman or a vice chairman or PRO, or if you have the qualities, at the end of the day, definitely you got something. Even if you don't get, if you're a party member, at least you can bring a contribution so that the party will move ahead. But the factions to show you that a reasonable Nigerian, many people knows that there must be something. It's not like that. The faction cannot be created just because you want the party to become successful. It shows that somebody has been sponsored either to destroy the party or you don't want the party to become successful. So that is why Nigerians doesn't take Nafi Bala as somebody that knows what he's doing, because when Kwankwaso went almost about, he went to Kano, he went to Gombe to go and talk to him, he could not show up. Why? When Kwankwaso was in our party, why? Come and sit down with these leaders and talk to them. So that is from my own point of view.
No, just go on answer before I ahead.
All right, so still talking 2027 politics. Now let's stay with that. I mentioned that we've seen presidential candidates from other parties who've also emerged, right? The APC have drawn up President Bola Tinubu. NDC now has Peter Obi, and your party. So it's almost like what we saw in 2023, or albeit they are now in different political parties. President Tinubu remains presidential candidate of the APC. Peter Obi was with Labour Party. He has moved to a new platform now, the NDC. Atiku Abubakar was with the PDP. He has moved to a new platform now, the ADC. So are we not going to have a repeat of what happened in 2027? And in fact, if you are 2023, because if you are looking at those who are maybe emerging stronger, could talk about the APC, they now have more governors than they had in 2023. Could talk about Peter Obi, he now has a more robust vice presidential candidate that he had in 2023. It was Senator Dati Baba Ahmed, no disregard to him, but he now has Kwankwaso, who proved that he could bring in 1 million votes, because in the last election he had 1.3 million votes. And you now have Rotimi Amechi, which some person are still questioning. Can Rotimi win even Rivers? No, but let's believe South, right? Can Rotimi win Rivers, where someone like the FCT minister is there? And we know how the FCT minister won Rivers the last time for the president. Let's hear your views.
Well, 2023 and 2027 election is a different ball game. The reason why Donald Duck is from PRP and is from the south, while Peter Obi is from the southeast, while Atiku Abubakar is from the northeast, while President Tinubu is from the south. So as you can see, we have almost about 4 candidates, and all of them have vice president, which they can bring all their place. But the issue is that when you look at the reason why we are saying ADC will win the election is that if you check out the statistic, the way Alhaji Atiku pulled his vote, and the way now people are seeing him, because he said this is his last chance, so people are seeing him as someone that they want to give him that support and to vote for him. So why Peter Obi, they have problem in NDC, the court cases and the rest. Let's say for example now, they could not be in the ballot. At the end of the day, their structure will collapse to ADC, which we have some good understanding with them. While the PRP, if you discover that our national chairman has been holding meeting with the PRP, we have good understanding with the PRP. So at the dying minute, you can see you will see so many things will happen. It's not that's why I'm telling you it's going to be different ball game, because the last time Labour Party and PDP they could not work hand to hand. So, but when we are in the leadership of the party, there are some things that we don't have to be saying it out. Mm-hmm. We have our own, because we know they are watching us on TV. So we have our own plan and how to win the election and how to become successful, and at the end of the day do the right thing. We don't have to be coming out on TV by telling them, or all we want to tell Nigerians is what we are going to do for them, and let them support us. Let them, feel like we are the right people to vote for.
So let's go by your candidate, who is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Yes.
Right? What does he want to do for Nigerians?
At
his own what's it called? Manifesto.
Agriculture, then education, then insecurity. So you cannot, when you don't have insecurity, people cannot go to farm.
True.
And without food in the country, we are going to be exporting, and we are going to be spending millions of naira. So if Atiku is trying to bring that insecurity, so that
bring the insecurity to it.
He's going to make sure that insecurity
okay.
goes on. You understand?
Like insecurity goes on.
he want the insecurity to make sure that there is security in the country.
Yeah.
You understand? Not you understand. You get me now.
I get you now.
He wants to make sure that security is there, so that we can provide, the farmers can go to farm to move on from rural area to urban area. So we don't want to be spending money to be exporting goods. We want the goods we want people to go to farm, and harvest and bring what they harvest to the market, and to provide fertilizer at the cheaper rate, because now many farmers are facing a lot of challenges because they could not buy the fertilizer because the fertilizer is so expensive. And the education is going to try that the security that we are talking about. People should go to school. Like now if you go to so many states, you will find out that so many schools, they are not operating because of insecurity. Teachers cannot go and teach, and at the end of the day, the student cannot go to, let's say the school is in the rural area, banditry used to come and pick those kids from the school. So first, his target is to provide security.
Right. So let me bring this. Does this speculation or rumor, some persons may not be very comfortable with Atiku Abubakar because they say he is so forward-thinking as regards privatization, and some have even asked that maybe some of these things that were privatized haven't really turned out well. For instance, our steel industry that was privatized during his reign as the head of the economic team during between 1999 and 2007. You know, and some Nigerians have even talked about Atiku once talked about privatizing the NNPC. Nigerians have said should not. So let's talk about this. That's privatization, one. And two, subsidy has been removed, as we know. And in 2023, Atiku was also very particular about the fact that he will remove subsidy. And these are things that, you know, touches Nigerians at different points. So what's your understanding on this? I know that you are not a spokesperson per se, but he is your presidential candidate.
Well, you know, Atiku, when he was the vice president, you know, his role where he was playing as vice president. Obasanjo had over so many things for him, which he did well. And at the end of the day, at that administration, he did fantastic well. He did great job. He did the right thing. So, like people like Hayatuddin, so many people that we know that they are good when it comes to what you are talking about. They are going to, you know, give us the. That is why I'm telling you that is the kind of person that is trying to bring. Is the one that brought RFI, Ngozi at their administration. This kind of people, intellectual people that have IQ, that, you know, gifted, you know, intelligent people. So Atiku can fetch such kind of people in various places to come and work with him, and, you know, is going to do great in that aspect because he knows how to fetch those kind of intellectual people.
Let's bring the conversation back home a bit. Let's talk about the place of young people in Nigeria's government. Atiku is a man that has advanced in age. Right? I don't want to say old man, but he's a man that has advanced in age. And we keep asking ourselves the question, when do we also have young Nigerians who are in their 30s, in their 40s, get this kind of support, get this kind of loyalty from people, you know, because mostly the frontline presidential candidates are in their 60s, even Peter Obi is 60 plus. And when will we have this? Do we keep having people in their 70, 74, 75, the likes of Atiku, Bola Tinubu, and the rest of them, and we keep supporting them? When will the youth in Nigeria have their turn to rule Nigeria? Because most of these persons started national politics when they were very young. Atiku contested to be Nigeria's president in 1993. How old was he then, right? That's like more than 35 years ago. If you subtract 35 years from his age, then you see how old he was. Reasonably very young, right, at that point. So why have they not left the stage for the young people of today?
You know, let me just, I'm calling, like myself now. Nobody asked me to join politics. I did by myself. And I'm getting support from people like them, Atiku and Amechi. They are motivating people they are motivating me. So for example, as a young Nigerian, you decided to stay at home, not to join politics. You cannot, like now in ADC, nobody would say you should not come and buy form to contest for the presidential election. Atiku said that and whoever wins the election is going to support that person. So how many young Nigerians went and go and buy form to contest for the presidency? How many went to go and buy form to contest for government?
How much was the form again? 80 million.
So for example, we like now, if we young Nigerians, we like ourselves, we can contribute money for one person to buy that form. So how many young Nigerians come outside that to tell your fellow young people that you want to contest for the president, tell them what you have, and the young Nigerians, let's say we say every young Nigerian should contribute 1,000 naira. Do you know how much it will be? We are going to cover even the campaign for that young Nigerian. So, but at the end of the day, The young ones don't have an option because there is the only person that come. I'm just giving you a certain example. So now you will see that so many people, young Nigerians, don't want to come out. Like me now, there are so many people in my place. How can you say that you want to contest for the national youth leader? But at the end of the day, people like Atiku said, we are going to support you if if your people support you. So that's to show you that, let's say for now, people from Northwest supported me to become the national youth leader. I will become. And it's not like before you will see a youth leader at the age of 50 something. But now 30s. Why? Because the game has been changing, because the young ones are showing interest that they want to lead and they have what it takes to lead. But you stay at home, you don't want to participate. So many young Nigerians, they don't have voters cards. And they are calling for change. How can you change? Go and get your voters card. If you want to party, you want to contest, go and register as a political party, go and register as a member. How many Nigerians are doing that? Young Nigerians. So that is the problem that we are facing. That is the problem that we are facing. We are not trying to, show what we have and what we have so that people will buy the idea. You market yourself and people will see what you have and people will buy and support you.
All right, we've got so many vibrant youth who are ready and willing, those that want to contest for not only the presidency, or the either governors, state governors. Let me go down to maybe commissioners or local government chairman. But there's what we call God's fatherism. Who do you know? Now, for some persons, for some young Nigerians, they came out on their own level. They tried, they mobilized. But then because of God's fatherism or these candidates, don't forget politics of now, if you don't have money, you're not playing politics, nobody will vote you. They will leave you and go for your candidates. You get? So what do you think can be done in that aspect? Because if, for example, let me go by your candidate, Atiku Abubakar, contesting for president, and you, as a youth, you're also coming out to contest for president, do you think they will vote you?
Let me just give you an example. Politics is all about games of number.
All right.
Just agree with me.
I agree with you.
So, for example, the youths are the majority.
So you think?
Sorry, go on. The youths are the majority. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So if the youth are the majority, we will say that we don't want money, we want to support that person.
Okay.
That same youth is the one that is going to win that election.
Right.
So when it comes to godfatherism that you are talking about, any godfather that come out and see the people that they are behind you, that he cannot change that what happened, you know, in a case, something will just come up. When you are a godfather, you will see a candidate that doesn't have money and the candidate that have money. When you see that the candidate that don't have money, people are with him, the godfather will support that person. Because all what that godfather wants, he wants somebody that have people. Somebody that can bring that crowd behind. Let me just give you an example. People, like when Abba was governor, so many of his commissioners are people that, you know, contribute, you know, a lot, whether financially, because what the little that they have, he paid them by giving them commissioner because they support him, are young ones. A young commissioner, that is what we're talking, a young commissioner become a commissioner. He was doing, people, you know, when these people are the Hausa man who is speaking all these kids in the dustbin, that is his business, Ogambui. He become a commissioner. With that kind of business, at the end of the day, he is buying all those things, and he supported Abba, and now he's a commissioner. So, as a young Nigerian or godfather, we are talking about godfather. This godfather, they want to support people that they are willing to work and people that they have the crowd. So I see godfatherism, it plays its role, but at the end of the day, any godfather that see that you have the people and people is going to support you.
Then at that aspect, that means our current president, your presidential candidate, and every other candidate contesting from various political parties are supposed to push forward a youthful person, and then they back them.
To support them.
To support
yes,
them.
To support them. Because, like you said, politics cannot play without money. You cannot go and say you want to place poster or let them do poster for you for free. You understand? So it's not for free. You have to pay. So the issue is that, let me just give you an example. President Buhari, he's come out and said he doesn't have money. But how many people supported him?
We bought recharge card. You buy recharge card of 100. Was it 100 or 10 naira you send?
You send. And
Who sent?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he finally, if one, people like Atiku, Kwankwaso, he beat them in the primaries and he become the president. So for example, now at the end of the day, it's all about when people agree with you, willing to support you. It's not all about when people are saying that we want to support Sadia or we want to support Umbo. At the end of the day, it's people that will raise you, and God will say, I'm going to carry you.
All right, so I asked 2 more questions before I allow you go this morning. As we look at 2027 polls and preparations for the polls, the parties now have their candidates. The stage is set, but a little changes, because the day we'll be having the governorship election will be different from the day we'll have the presidential election will also come with National Assembly. You do not have any governor in your party that I know of, at least as of today. Don't you think this is something that may hinder Atiku Abubakar's candidature or even APC's appeal, because governors are leaders of the party in their states?
Well, so many things will come at the end of the day. When, as a governor, you are not doing well for your people. Let me just give you an example. Erufai when he was a governor, Tinubu lost Kaduna State. Atiku won. Why? Erufai is still the leader of the leader of the party and is the governor of the state. So Erufai have been telling the governors, you are not the one that you are going to the poll. It's people, the masses, they are the one that they are going to the poll. So governor is not going to be all over the poll and is not going to give orders. You cannot rig an election except people allow you to rig. If people do not allow you to rig an election, they must count that vote and transmit that vote. And at the end of the day, people will go to the INEC and make sure INEC announce that result. It happened in Kano. People in Kano State vote for Abba, escort the votes, being in INEC, make sure that INEC,
Yeah, that's around 2015.
Yes. And at the end of the day, the result were out. People have been given money. If you are collecting, people, your dad, your parents, your sisters, your auntie will tell you not to collect that money. I'm very sure people will not collect that money.
In this Nigeria.
I'm just giving you an example. Because we are saying we are corrupt, leaders are corrupt. You collect 2,000, you collect spaghetti by voting for that person. Do you think that person will work for you? If you use your common sense, you know that that person is trying to buy vote from you, and if he enter office, it's not going to fail. So vote for someone that even if that person did not do well, you did not give me your money, but I voted for you. He knows that you vote for him without money. So I'm calling on Nigerians not to vote for someone because that person give them money. Let them vote for that person because he has a blueprint. He have an agenda that is going to take this country, because we have children, we have younger ones that we want them to become something, and we want the country to be secure.
All right, thank you so much, Waziri. We thank you for your time, and we do wish you and your party all of the best, as we wish every other party all the best.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, our program continues. Stay with us.
Wake up with Global Morning, your daily guide to what's happening and making the rounds.
We delve into headlines, newspaper reviews, spot-on analysis, policies, current events, real talk, real issues that affect us all.
From the latest trends to the debates, every topic, every angle, Global Morning is where it all starts.
Global Morning,
For the latest issues,
always on point.
watch Global Morning Monday to Friday at 7 a.m., Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. on Global Television.
Program, and thank you so much for staying with us all through this morning edition of the Global Morning. We've looked at lots of issues this morning, from the students and our teachers that were kidnapped in Orire in Oyo states that have been returned to about now, and we've had beautiful conversations with Sadia and myself, and this is where we get to tell you about Sadia.
Yeah, hope you've learned and hope everything inspired you, everything you watched from the segment of the question, remote job or business. What do you prefer, work or business? Then down to 2027 polls with our guest USMAN Waziri, and every other thing, the sporting and then taste and texture. Which did you prefer? So we say thank you very much for staying tuned and for staying connected. Always stay glued to Global Television, DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and Free TV. So you can follow us on all our social media platforms.
Alright, so thank you so much for keeping a date with us. We hope to see you by next weekend. Do have for yourself a wonderful Saturday ahead of you. Bye for now.